Hello everyone, I'm Alex and welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because YouTube has been unsubscribing people lately. I don't know why it's been doing that, but it does keep on happening and it's annoying. So be less annoying for me. I'm gonna blame you. You've got the power. Fix it. But also guys, I hate ya. Wow, that was such a weird twist. Call me Doja Cat.
This video is about Doja Cat today.
Doja Cat is probably one of the biggest pop stars currently. The amount of streams she has on music is mental, and if you own the app TikTok, you can't possibly have avoided her. But Doja Cat currently is in a lot of trouble with her fan base because she basically went on a Twitter rant attacking them. She has lost over 250,000 Instagram followers. Now you may be wondering, how is this humanly possible? Well, let's read the tweets. Grammy-winning pop star Doja Cat stirred up controversy over the weekend when she posted a series of since-deleted tweets. Of course they are. Slamming her admirers for calling themselves kittens, telling those who run creepy fan accounts to delete them, and saying she doesn't love her fans because I don't even know y'all. Now the one thing I'll point out about this, that is weird about this, is the reason that Doja Cat's fans are called kittens is because she put out a poll where she asked them to vote for a name, and that was the one that won in the poll that she made. The Twitter tirade started when the musician, whose legal name is ImAllexx Delamini, I definitely butchered that, called out fans who've nicknamed themselves kittens, similarity to how fans of Taylor Swift called themselves Swifties. My fans don't name themselves shit, she tweeted, later elaborating to say fan pages that use her government name are creepy as fuck, and telling those who have to delete their entire account and to rethink everything. Now look, I've had stans before. I've been involved in stan culture, people have stanned me. I have also said how much I find certain stan groups to be absolutely terrifying. Minecraft! Even saying it makes me want to be sick. Sorry, that's a joke. They won't find it funny. That's one of the reasons why they're so fucking irritating. There's something inherently funny about dedicating your entire online presence to being, like, about somebody else and having them as their profile picture. I find that hilarious. I find it the same when people on football Twitter get annoyed at people on Minecraft Twitter and are like, oh, look at you spending all your time dedicated to a Minecraft YouTuber when their profile picture is a left back who plays for Spain. You're both lacking a core group of friends. No, some stans are really nice and kind. You know, I've had some great experiences at meet and greets where I've met some really lovely people who have made me incredible stuff. You know, a lot of my stans made me massive books. They detailed like my entire YouTube career in them. I had people hand me letters. They were lovely, and I do appreciate them. And I would like to say that the minority are the people who are going around and like being fucking weird and evil. Most people just want to be involved in the community, have fun, and enjoy it. And I know I don't normally say that because it's not as funny and it's soppy as shit, isn't it? And that was sick. That was sickly. But it's true, and, you know, the people who were cool, obviously, you know, I appreciate them a lot. And that's why I used to do those meet and greets for like 4 or 5 hours a day, because it was fun, and it was nice to see people, and I appreciate the support. But the real reason Doja Cat is actually upset is nothing to do with any of this kitten stuff, and I don't feel like any of these websites are really getting to the bottom of it. It's because stans saw paparazzi pictures with her and this bloke called Jay Cyrus, who used to be a Twitch streamer, but who was somebody who I followed on Vine. Followed on Vine. There we go. He was a Vine star. He's now dating Doja Cat, which is, you know, that's just a sentence, isn't it? That's just a modern day sentence. But basically, there was a bunch of accusations posted. I'll pull them up on Twitter because, of course, Twitter has them. Doja Cat goes off on a fan who called her out for dating her alleged racist white streamer boyfriend, Jay Cyrus, who was accused of abusing multiple women. I want you all to read this comment and take it as a message. I don't give a fuck what you think about my personal life. I never have and never will give a fuck about what you think about me or my personal life. Goodbye and good riddance, miserable hoes. Ha ha ha. These are the pictures. This is the one that was posted of her and the Viner. Crazy. This is her replying. Telling all of the stans to fuck off. This is, like, apparently proof that he's been cheating on Doja Cat, which is crazy if you're a Vine star who fell off in the year 2014 to cheat on Doja Cat. What are you doing? I've had a bunch of accusations with, like, no receipts from what I can see so far, but just people being like, he sucks, which, you know, that's what happens if you're in the public eye. People will just say shit like that. It might be true. I'm not going to say it's probably true. I don't fucking know. But it could be. right? But people are upset, basically. I haven't read enough into it because, in all honesty, I just find her reaction to be the thing that interests me. I don't really want to spend my time digging in on what a Vine star is up to. But apparently, he sucks. And that's the real reason why Doja Cat is kicking off. It's not because of the fact that, she doesn't like the name her stans have. It's because she doesn't like the fact that in her mind, her privacy is being kind of looked into, and she doesn't want people judging her personal life. I could see how it would be annoying if people were constantly telling you that the people you were dating suck or whatever. Obviously that person has an experience with them, and maybe they've changed or they're better. I don't know. But also, if those things are true, then it's a bit weird, isn't it? And obviously, if you're a famous person, your fans are going to have something to say about that. One of the things I've always said to people when I've been doing this thing is like, if you want to do the job, the byproduct of it for most people, unless you're faceless, is that you will be famous. And if you're like a pop star, you might be mega famous. And then people are going to tweet about you and people are going to do shit like that. But in all honesty, most of it will just be like rumors on Twitter until you respond to it. Which is why it's best to just ignore the noise. But now she's being slammed for being ungrateful because her problem she had with a few Doja Cat stans getting annoyed at her has now become her saying that she hates all of her stans. So now all of her fans are upset. And I'm telling you, if you have anybody who's watching your stuff, it's not a good idea to say that you don't like them. Because that's them, and they pay your bills. Doja Cat is deeply weird when it comes to many things, but she is objectively correct in making fun of her fans, and the fact idols can't do that is an indictment of their industry, one user wrote. Now, I'd semi-agree with that. Making fun of your audience, that's one thing. I have made fun of people who watch my stuff before. There have been some people who watch my stuff, minority again, who are weird. I streamed Minecraft for a year. That's all I'm going to say. But I think there's a big difference between, making fun of them and then being I fucking hate everyone who watches my stuff, and you all suck, and I'm going to keep on doing stuff, and you should just be watching it regardless, and, I hate you, and I hate you. That's not going to go down well. But I don't think people should be looking at, pop stars or influencers as their mates. That is one side of the coin. It's a famous thing. I've said it before, where I've gone, boundaries are important. I like making these videos. And I've said it in my videos, I appreciate you guys watching, I do. But, when I get weird comments that are, really personal about, my physical appearance, what I'm doing, my relationships, my friendships, people prying into stuff, it's I put what I want in this camera and then post it on the internet. Anything else outside of that, if I've posted it, fair enough. But if I haven't posted it, then kindly fuck off. And it can be annoying. You can have some people who just kind of try and jump that step. You already get given this, and they just want more. And I think having people wanting you to kind of come out and do an assessment on your current boyfriend, maybe I could see why that's irritating. But the reaction is absolutely mental. But this isn't really new for Doja Cat. This is something that she kind of just does. She does this a lot, where she's mean to her fans on Twitter. I've seen that's kind of the relationship she has. She likes messing around with them. That was always kind of part of it, I thought. I mean, I literally saw her doing a red carpet interview the other day where she was dressed as a cat and she stayed in character for the entire time she was on the red carpet. So she's an interesting woman. And I totally get people saying that Doja Cat, we paid for everything that you have and we supported you. And that is definitely correct, honestly. I think there's a really fine line between having respect for your audience and your audience having respect for you, and then it getting to the point where it's weird. And as somebody who's been on both sides, I've been a fan of somebody, and I've had people who have come up to me and said they watch the stuff, and I've been to meet and greets, and I've had people come to my meet and greets. It can get blurry. It can get odd. You can have people who really kind of want a lot, demand stuff almost from you. But at the end of the day, there's got to be a kind of part realization that without those people who constantly tell people to stream your songs and stream your music, you wouldn't have anything. And those are the reasons that you get to sit there now and complain. Because back in the day, you'd have been desperate for people to listen to your music. You'd have begged people in the street to do it. Whereas now, you've got so much of it, that you're just like, oh, fuck them. I hate them. And I'm not saying that means you can't have boundaries with fans. Obviously, you can. But acting now like you're too cool for everyone and that you're like, hey, I've got everything I want to know, I've got the money, and now just stay out my fucking life, leave me alone. Well, stop releasing music, delete your Twitter and your Instagram account, and there you go. Because the reason you have those things is to connect with that audience. So if you really don't want to be a part of it anymore, which is totally fine, by the way, then surely you deactivate your stuff. That's what I'd do. If one day I decide that this YouTube thing is too much for me, I don't want to be in the public eye, and I don't want to see like odd random comments that slightly irritate me on my YouTube section, then I just get rid of it all. You know, if I had enough money, if I had Doja Cat money, and it was really something that genuinely was like bothering me, making my life worse, and I wanted to live in peace without people constantly trying to pry into my life all the time, I'd buy a house with a big fence around it, and I'd kiss my weird Viner boyfriend in private all the time. It's an option. It reminds me of this Ludwig video where he talked about, you know, not being friends with his audience and that his audience almost acting like they were friends with him was something that he found weird. He was like, we don't know each other. I'm a creator. You guys watch my stuff. I appreciate you guys watching my stuff, but there's no personal connection there. And like sitting on Twitter and like, you know, posting about how you're crying if like somebody doesn't upload or whatever, that's just unhealthy and it's not good. And I always have loved that video. I always thought that video was very well done. And I always really liked it. But I think this is kind of stepped a bit further than that, where you're like, oh, we're not just not friends, but also like I fucking despise you. Which probably isn't something that you should say about the people who have supported you. Whether you find them weird for supporting you, that's just odd. Because then it just seems like you've taken advantage of them. And I've seen people do that. I've seen people take their audience who are very dedicated and just like feed them everything they want to hear. Like, give them personal information about stuff that's going on, tell them about stuff that's going on in their private life. Colleen Ballinger, she did that. That was odd. And that's not healthy, that's fucking odd. That's weird as shit. And that's not good. That's not something anybody should be doing. I think if your YouTuber is allowing you to have access by doing meet and greets and stuff, saying hello, nice to meet you, thank you for the card, and then, you know, you get your picture and move ways, that's fine. Like, if I see people in the street, I'll sit, have a conversation with you for a couple minutes, and then if I've got to go, then I'll go. Or if you've got to go, you'll go. And it's fine, you know. But I don't tend to go out my way to become friends with complete strangers. It's just something that is weird and would make me uncomfortable. You know, I've had people come up to me and start talking to me about, like, stuff to do with friends of mine, like, how so-and-so, and I'm just like, oh, this is actually weird, because I actually, like, just don't know you. And that is a dynamic that always will be strange to me, personally. Doesn't mean I'm going to let it get in the way of me just being, like, cool with my audience, but it just means that, like, to take that to the next level would just be fucking odd and weird and probably inappropriate. But to sit there and just say that you hate them, that's not cool. I think what's quite clear to me is that Doja Cat has just kind of grown to hate her fan base. The fan base that she cultivated, the female audience, she doesn't like that. She didn't like it at all. And now she's just being horrible to them because she wants them to go away. And I've seen so many YouTubers who have cultivated audiences and then they've realised what they've got and then they've sat with me and they've gone, I fucked up. I hate these people. I don't like them. This is grim. I mean, if you've ever gone anywhere with Minecraft YouTubers, you'll know that their audience, don't fucking leave them alone. You can't even go bowling. You can't even do that with them because their audience will go absolutely berserk about it. Tweeting about how certain people, you know, shouldn't be in the room with other people or like theorizing about their friendships and stuff. It's enough to drive any creator mentally ill. I would just be so worried to share anything on the internet because it would just be picked apart and theorized about by tens of thousands of children. And I've seen the effect it has on people, and it makes them sad. I think she's grown to hate what she's created, and that's sad. But apparently she went on to block all of the people who were talking about her boyfriend on Twitter, and that's just, like, weird. Like, if you've got people coming forward and, like, with actual accusations and stuff, and your, like, response is to just block those people, maybe you're the person in the wrong here, and the people who were just devoted to you, although maybe a bit too much devoted to you, they just wanted to see you do better, and you just can't be bothered to care about letting them down. Which, you know, you've made your money, and clearly that's what you wanted, and now you hate it, so you want to get out. So maybe it's time to just leave it. Well, thanks for watching this video. It's weird because there's so much to talk about with stuff like this, and I feel like it's not as clean cut when it comes to relationships with viewers and fans, but Doja Cat here this is a different kind of kettle of fish, with some very serious stuff involved in it. And I think she clearly just fucking hates the internet and doesn't want to be a part of it. But I love the internet, and guess what? I love you guys. So much so that if you don't buy my clothing, I will be coming up to every single one of you's house individually and forcing a shirt on you and going, please, 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 please wear them. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. And thanks for watching, but I don't love you. Fuck off. Sorry, that was stupid.